Okay, this right here is a video by Johannes and WoW Classic Anniversary investments buy before pre-patch. I have seen a little bit of this video. I think it's both the Burning Crusade investments and even Classic Era investments as well, and I really want to watch it for the Era aspect. I might be transferring one character to a Classic Era myself, so this could be highly relevant. Let's check it out and see if I have anything to add during the video, shall we?
Hey, Johannes here. Loads of players have been asking for another investment video as they made a boatload of gold on the previous one. One example is Greater Stone Shield that went from 1 gold to 13 gold. Cheers to the ones with notifications on and being the first to tune in. As you might have heard, you can transfer your character to Era or TBC, so this will be the video to make the most gold on this. I will have two different investment classes today, one for anniversary players and another for Era players. It depends where you will choose to go, Era or TBC. You can decide which one to go for yourself. So it's ultimately up to you, where do you want to make the most investment. You will need gold on Anniversary Edition Classic to make both of these investments. Gems in TBC Anniversary or any gem used for prospecting, you want to dump these on Prepatch. After TBC comes out, they might go up a tiny bit more, but last time that was the highest percentage of gain, so would do the same now. When TBC Anniversary is released, you don't want to be sitting on auction house. You want to enjoy the game. So get your gold and get out. Since I went over it in my last video, I will quickly name all of them so we can move on to the juicy stuff. Thorium Ore, Star Ruby, Tiger's Eye, Malachite, Aquamarine, Mos Ajat, Huge Emerald, Small Pearl, Citrine, Jade, Black Pearl, Large Opal and Shadow Gem, and some Heavy Stone. Buy these only at vendor price. Do not take any risk as it is just not needed. Worst case, you vendor them again. Decent case, you sell them at profit. Thorium Ore performed the best last time in 2020 Classic. But let's see, maybe it will be another. So try to spread on them all so you can get the biggest gainer. I believe these materials can go up a ton. It just depends really how much supply is kept away. Next is the Illusion Dust. It went from 5 to 80 silvers already. So I hope you listened to me and bought a ton of it. These will max go to 2 to 3 gold. So depending on your risk, you have 3 options. Sell now when you need the gold, second hold longer, or third buy them if you don't have them yet. If you plan to level Enchanting to max, get the max sorted already, so you won't have to buy them at highest prices. You can check a WoW hat guide for that.
Also, by the way, a little bit of a natty advice from me, playing on Anniversary a little bit. If the materials are going up too much in price because of people listening to videos like this, or the videos that I make as well, where I've talked about enchanting materials a lot in Anniversary and investing into them for the TBC pre-patch. If the materials are too expensive, try to look for green items in the level range of getting those materials. In this case, I would highly recommend looking at greens between level 20 and level 50, and if you have something like TSM or Enchantrix, it will tell you the average disenchanting value of those materials, and sometimes you can get a green that has an average enchanting price or disenchanting price of 1 gold, and you get it for 10 to 15 silver. So if you get really lucky, you can get some really good deals by simply having a enchanting character, which you can have at level 5 by the way, and scout the auction house for greens. Disenchant and make profit.
Elixir of Demon Slaying. This will be great for demons and pumpers will pop them as candies, as they need to use it every 5 minutes. In dungeons and even later raids you can craft them as well with 1 Grom's Blood and 1 Ghost Mushroom. These should go up a ton. I remember buying Ghost Mushrooms back in 2020 and making a very decent profit on them, holding them throughout Classic WoW, the Burning Crusade. The new investments I go over now are for Era. You will have till January 12 to decide if you want to invest into these and then move. You can always buy these.
This is basically if you are planning to not to go to TBC on the Anniversary servers and you want to go to Era instead. These are investment possibilities for you.
On a level 1 and transfer that to Era if you just want to make a bit of gold and teleport the gold from Anniversary to Classic Era. I will share some giga investments later in the video or when TBC is actually out that you can't afford to miss in this Classic WoW Anniversary Edition. But before we do that, let's go over the Classic WoW Era investments that you can buy now. If you're too late, then this will not suffice, so invest in a timely fashion. Some of these might drop when people transfer over though, but long term the price should go up, so you can either sell them after after you transfer your character, or just keep them for a long time. Frost Oil, or the mats for it. Many need this on Era GDKP for AK-40 to put on their weapons for visitors. These are 10 gold on Era at the making of this video, but on Fresh only 80 silver, so that's like more than a 10x. I personally bought I think like 2,000-3,000 of them. Mighty Rage Potion, or the mats for it. These are very expensive on Era. I would buy these for 10 gold each or higher on my warriors. They get popped a ton in Era as it is a lot of performance GDKP on that version of the game, so players are motivated to pop them more, just like with other consumables. Classic Anniversary, however, they go for only 60 to 80 silver each, so this can also be a clean more than 10x in gold. I also bought a ton of these. Essence of Fire, this is used for loads of enchants. Honestly, I bought 5k of them for 20 to 25 silver on the Classic Anniversary WoW during BBL and AK-40. They are already at 1 to 3.
The amount of gold you can print here, by the way, is crazy, and it's all thanks to inflation, because the Classic Era servers have been around for a while, and not even only that, by the way, but in TBC the first time you were allowed to copy a character to Classic Era, which means if you had 100,000 gold, you could copy to TBC and the Era, and bring 100,000 gold to TBC, and bring 100,000 gold to Classic Era. So the Era servers have a lot of gold in their economy, let's just put it that way, and right now Anniversary does not have that much gold in their economy, so you can absolutely print gold by knowing which items are in demand on Classic Era at the moment. Like, just think about what's in demand in the latest phase of the game, right? I would be extremely surprised if something like Elemental Earth as well isn't more expensive on Classic Era than it is right now on Anniversary. Small flame sacks, for example, even the boggling roots on Anniversary as well compared to Classic Era.
Gold on Fresh now. I've sold some, but keeping a ton to copy to Era, as I had to pay between 20 and 70 gold for one on Era to enchant my Horde Mage with Fire Gloves and 30 spell power weapon. Before we go over the next investments, if you'd like to join us for TBC Spine Shatter Alliance or play Classic WoW Era with us, the links are down below. We are looking for Shamans and also a few other classes and are planning to do many rosters on release. This might be a bit of a weird one, but Edge Masters. These are selling for 6,000 gold on Era, but on Classic WoW Anniversary, they are...
Yo, that one is a shout though. Yeah, that one right there, you can print with. Like, I would put my money on that one right there. Maybe some flurry axes as well for people that are leveling, for example, in the future. And also, once again, small flame sacks, elemental earth, and even boggling roots, even though if he doesn't mention those and check the prices on them, I'm probably gonna check that out myself, because those are items that I'm interested in. And also they sell like hotcakes. Like if you buy, let's just say 10,000 small flame sacks, you can offload that in a week or two anyway. So really safe investment if they are priced more heavily on a Classic Era, of course. And also for the boggling roots, they also sell really fast. I think I sold over 500 of them the last week on Classic Anniversary. So Classic Era you can sell way more, and I've logged in 3 times. I've posted 3 times on the auction house, and I sold like 500 of them. So they also sell like absolute hotcakes.
Only 200 to 300 gold. They might have spiked up by now though. I myself bought 25 to 30, but keep in mind, you know, you are transferring a lot of Anniversary gold to Era, so definitely make the decision if you want to do that. I mean, if you buy them for 200-300 on Fresh and sell them for 4,000-6,000 gold on Era, it seems like a good trade. All the non-human warriors need them, and orcs that want to tank with swords. The reason they never went up in Classic Anniversary Edition is because everyone got rank 14 and rolled human, so no reason to buy it, even if you would have won an axe from NAF. Back in the day in Classic, it was hard to get rank 14, so there were warriors that were human that went for Edge Masters anyway to get like some axes from Onyxia or from NAF. The next up in the list is Greater Frost Protection Potion. Just like with Frost Oil, these are extremely cheap, about 80 silver to 1 gold. I sold majority of mine at 4 to 6 gold each in the Classic WoW Anniversary Phase 6 update, just before it launched. I kept a few to use, and I kept about 100 or so to sell later, but they went down sadly, so I ended up selling them at 2 gold, which was still a profit. Like, I bought them at 50 silver, so that's okay. These are around 8 to 10 gold each on Era, so I already bought 5,000 of them to copy over, as why not? Quick 10x, and if they even go down on Era, they will get mass used again with many raids there. These are used weekly on Saf and Kel'Thuzad bosses in Nax, and will be forever needed in Era. Even if you don't profit right away, you can just hold them for years, and eventually the supply will dry up, right? Next up is Sliver Blade and Hammer of Northern Wind. These weapons are used in AK40 on visitors to get frost stacks on the boss. Every raid that's a bit competitive will mandatory these on warriors, hunters and rogues. If they do not have this, you just wipe on the boss and do not deal enough frost damage. Usually warriors go hammer as they are human, but it is unique, so you need the dagger too. Dagger rogues get the Sliver Blade as they have 300 skill already. You can also farm 2 of them in RFD, but the thing is, you know, people are lazy, they just want to buy and continue. These are really expensive on Era right now, but only 15 gold each on the Classic WoW Anniversary servers. I bought these back at 10 gold and sold them around 80 before the AK40 phase released. I personally bought a ton of these and I plan to just copy them over and see what happens. You know, it's not much risk. Worst case, you can disenchant them still. Grom's Blood. Mentioned previously already, I know, in the Anniversary Classic WoW part of this video, but these are used for Titan Flasks, which everyone will use during the GDQP raids on Classic Era. These are very expensive on Era, between 3 and 4 gold each, but on Anniversary they are between 20 and 40 silver. You can still get rid of these in TBC because they're still used in TBC as well, so there's not much risk to it. Pristine Black Diamond. These sell on Classic WoW Era a lot, between 5 and 15 gold. On Anniversaries these are just a few silver and seems like a no-brainer to me. These are used for enchants during Classic, for head and legs, and may be used in the Burning Crusade as well, as many need to farm rep before better enchants become available. Next up is AQ20 books, and you might be thinking to yourself, AQ20 books? Buy them before TBC? What is this, Johannes? Are you crazy? Well, no, there's some thinking behind it, of course. Any AQ20 books that you feel are worth on Era and BIS can be a good investment. These you can buy between 10 and 20 gold, and you can always vendor them anyway for 10 gold. So worst case, you lose 5 to 10 gold a book, and best case, you can sell these for hundreds of golds on Era. Things like Aspect of the Hog or any other book that you find interesting, you can just compare the prices right now, Era and Anniversary. Last part before I talk about the juicy TBC investments is twink items. Gear like Shadowfang. Honestly, any twinking items in Classic WoW. These you could transfer over as well. I won't go over every twinking item here, but you can do some research and see what is cheap on the Classic WoW Anniversary instead of Classic Era. Next, I will actually show you a few investments that are really insane for when TBC is actually out. Scroll of Agility 5 and Scroll of Strength 5. These scrolls will both...
No, bro, what do you mean? Why? Like, why do you mention those? Damn it, yeah, that's a good investment. To be fair, I have already mentioned them as well, but yeah, scrolls, rank 5, good investment. I want to see if he mentions the other one.
Go for a few gold to over 10 gold each, like last time in TBC. Stock up to use or to invest. Even the other scrolls can also go up. I didn't do it last time and I won't miss it this time. Sadly, in 2020, I was buying these for absurd prices because I was using them for consumables. I didn't know about them, but now I do, and I'm sharing it with you. Nightmare Seed. These at the start are really just used for tanks or as health balls instead of dark runes. Not great really, but later during Sunwell it is mandatory for everyone to use. Even on Black Temple it is used non-stop, as tanks use it as an extra cooldown that I as a raid leader call out. So buy these at the start, then sell them during Sunwell or Black Temple. Long hold for sure. I bought these at 1 gold, then sold them at 15, but they ended up going to 30 or 40 gold or something. So
the amount of gold I made on Nightmare Seeds, by the way, in TBC the first time, disgusting.
I kind of sold too early, but hey, profit is profit, right? So you can decide, do you want more TBC Anniversary gold or Classic WoW Era gold? Some of these will dump once copies hit, but holding them for a long while will ensure prices go up. It is kind of like you swapped your gold over. I can say I'm prepared, but are you? I myself have been buying stuff up for an entire year and have been very vocal on the arrival of copies or transfers anywhere in my raids and YouTube. Now I'm honestly in phase 6, you'll still have some time, as I did majority of my purchases right now. If you like this video, I'm sure you will like this one. Have a nice TBC release. Links are down below. I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, there we go. That was a good video, by the way. That was a really good video. Lots of good investment opportunities there. The one thing I want to add, once again, I didn't hear him talk about... Maybe I wasn't just focused on the video when he did talk about it, but small flame sacks for Classic Era. Elemental Fire for Classic Era, and Boggling Root for Classic Era, Elemental Earth for Classic Era, maybe even Golden Pearls for Classic Era as well, just to add some more items that you guys can check out if you are watching this and you want to invest, and also for TBC, Flame Caps. I'm just gonna throw that one word out there. Flame caps. Even when you're thinking about investing in TBC itself, scrolls rank 5, nightmare seeds, sure, thumbs up, but flame caps. Okay, that's pretty much it though.